I guarantee you by the time you've walked from one room into another room, you're going to feel a different vibration happening on your body. Children know how to do this so easily.
Because they can imagine things.
Because they can imagine that fast. But I will tell you, it is a very powerful grounding tool. And it has other levels to it. But right now, you just need to practice having the experience of the relationship of this natural life force entering into your body and through these needles in your feet. Okay?
How often do you need to do that?
Oh, I would say whenever you have a intuitive feeling that you're out of balance and that you need to get grounded again. And that could be daily with the energies that we're experiencing.
Did you want to ask the audience a question?
I wanted you to now think about the measuring stick. We're going to turn the camera on you. And I want you to raise your hand for those of you that had the cursor move on your yardstick.
It moved up?
That moved up. Had any movement. Okay?
Oh.
In your mind's eye, when you were looking at your yardstick, where it was and where it is now, is there been movement?
At least 3 people said there had. Now we
I want to see a show of hands of how you're affected.
A lot of them. Okay, now we can't ask them right now because we don't have a mic there.
Well, no, I'm not going to engage.
No, but I mean, but that's a good thing, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's pretty good. And this is the first time they've done that. So this, we just want to show that it works.
It works.
Yeah. So that's good.
It works. Anytime you do a meditation, I would tell you, use this yardstick. You can use it if you're laying on a massage table and a healer's working on your body and you have this yardstick. And if they're doing their job right, then this yardstick will show past 20. It'll be closer to 25 and higher if you're getting the life force and the adjustments in your body that you're needing. It's an amazing tool to have as in your little arsenal of tools for yourself.
It seems to me it would keep you healthy too, build up your immune system.
Absolutely. You can use it on food. You can have your yardstick in your imagination, okay? And you can go into a store and you can touch something and you can watch the yardstick is going to bring up the life force. This is for a relationship between you and the food that you're touching. The yardstick is going to show if this is not good for you or it's really good for you. So see how many things in your imagination you could be using this yardstick for.
So with food, it's just to find out if it's good or bad. But if it's something that maybe is not that good, can you bring up the life force or it's too late? I mean, in the food. You probably can't.
Well, then you'd have to know how to be a transmitter receiver and transmit through your body into the object to raise the vibration, much like a massage therapist would do or a healer would be doing. They're receivers and transmitters.
That's interesting, but everything's energy. So I find it so fascinating.
Everything is energy.
You know, so we have those 2 tools, those 2 grounding tools, but also you have some other suggestions I thought were really good. You gave me some ideas, and one thing that I think brings us into a negative energy field is when our thoughts are negative. So isn't managing your thoughts one way to...
Well, managing your thoughts has everything to do with how healthy you're going to be on an energetic level. If you're pessimistic, if you're angry a lot, if you're depressed a lot, then you're losing life force. You may not be conscious of it unless you're checking in and getting to know your body. You know that when you've got a headache, something is causing a pressure. You can go into your mind and you can ask yourself, okay, what is stressing me? What is in fact causing this headache? And most people know what's giving them a headache. It's not just reaching for the aspirin. That is maybe an unresolved issue. That means that even if you got the aspirin and the headache went away, the issue is not gone away energetically and will just go someplace else. So you want to get in touch with your body, and the body does talk. It definitely does talk.
We want to stay on managing your thoughts, but I have a big general comment. Because when I introduced the show, I said that the Mayan calendar ends, and then some people, the pessimists, think it's the end of the world. So that if we think things are going to happen, we're creating the reality as we go. So that's why it's so important. I mean, we can change the world. We can change our lives just by our thoughts.
Well, it's real simple. We're either raising the vital life force of ourself and the planet, or we're lowering it. And they did an experiment, I believe it was back in 1984, where 500, it was a TM, transcendental meditation, and there were 500 people involved. This was 1987, and while they were meditating and sending prayers, unbeknownst to them, Russia was planning to drop an atomic bomb on the United States because a plane went down. Russians shot a plane down that we had a diplomat on, and so the Russians assumed that we were going to go to war. That's why it was called the Cold War. And the scientists felt that these people who were in this state of prayer actually affected the energy field that prevented maybe Second World War, because there are what's called seed cycles. And in seed cycles, I'll give you an example. When Princess Diana died, it gave a seed cycle to the earth. All these hearts opened up all over the world. For a week, it was nothing but that on television. The hearts opened up, and the scientists up on a space station were measuring the electromagnetic fields of the earth and found that it changed the magnetics of the earth from what we were experiencing in mass consciousness.
Two dramatic examples.
Yes. Well, let me tell you another one. When the Twin Towers was blown up,
9/11.
we had literally more than a week of this constant image being shown on television.
Brought down
which yes, it brought up a lot of emotions. It brought up a lot of fear. And that fear was being fed constantly by the media. But think of how many times you saw that image of those buildings exploding and people jumping out and all that. Was
over and
horrifying. Over. Okay, this created a seed cycle, and a seed cycle, energetically, means it's a new experience energetically. For instance, I'll give you another one. When our president was killed in 19, what was it? John F. Kennedy
62.
was killed in 62. Yeah, 63. 63. That was a seed cycle.
We weren't around then. We don't remember.
You're so cute.
Oh,
yeah, that was one.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the latest one. Michael Jackson passed away, and do you believe how much coverage this is getting over the last couple weeks? I'm just like, all right, be done with it.
I see negative and positive. I see the positive, all the outpouring of love and the sadness about his passing, and then the negative about
but the media is putting a spin on it now.
Yeah,
now we got a reality show coming out of it. So it's a seed cycle. And seed cycles will always repeat themselves. Through history, we've had seed cycles. Just in our lifetime, we've had many seed cycles, and scientists are studying these mathematically to see when they're going to reoccur.
It's all about energy.
It's all about energy.
And our thoughts.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we've just talked about the media. So the next, thoughts lower the vibrational field, or they can raise the vibrational field. And then the way we communicate, the way we talk, that also.
Before we get on to how we talk to each other, I would like to give one more thought to what we think.
Okay.
I'd like you to consider pre-programming some of your thoughts when you get out of bed every day. I do I ams. I give the positive, emotional things like I feel wonderful today, or they're almost like an affirmation, but anything you see in the I am is extremely powerful, positive or negative.
I am that I am.
Well, if you're speaking in the I am, in the positive, the vital life force in your body is raised. If you speak bad about yourself, it's lowered. The body is intelligent and it listens to everything that you say and how you say it. So when you're in conversation with yourself, I would say start paying attention to what you're saying to your body, your mind, and your spirit.
It's taking it in.
It's taking it in. Now, how we communicate with each other is very interesting.